Tarot is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Full disclaimer in the description box. I'll see you in the video shortly. Enjoy. Hello, my beautiful people. I hope you are all doing well. Again, this is part of the one question that I've got with regards to a video that I watched that Sue sent me. And I know there's this whole kerfuffle, and I know a lot of people are upset about this whole thing going on with King Charles and the multi-faith thing. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to go into any details. If you haven't seen it, I have done a reading on it where I have asked the cards about has he changed his faith? What is the story? What is going on there? I will link it in the description box, and I'll also pop it on screen here. So I have done that reading. Have a look at it and you'll see what the answer is. Okay, but now, after I had the pendulum out this morning, after I've done some digging and asking cards and asking questions and stuff to get to the right question, I've spent quite a bit of time this morning doing that, and I've been working through it, and I've been meditating on it, and I have asked the cards, and I have sussed it out. Now, I want to know, and Zora is most probably going to bark in 2 seconds, so if you hear him barking, that is going to be him, because he's been eating, and he might want to bite my toes, because one of my feet are sitting on his bed below my feet here. The question that I want to ask the cards, and let's clear the energy of these cards so you can see that the energy is completely cleared. Okay, I want to ask the cards, this whole scenario that's going down at the moment, is this, and I'm going to ask yes or no questions. And I'm going to ask the cards upright yes, reverse no. And I told you guys, I told you guys we're going to do this. So let me just move my foot. I'll speak to you in a second. Okay, he's now made his way through to the big people's bed. He just wanted to tell me that I need to get out of his way so he can get to the big people's bed, the human bed. But in any case, as I was saying, I was going to ask the cards, upright yes, reverse no. Is this whole thing with the multi-faith and everything else, which I know people are upset about, and I'm not going to get into a debate about that. I just want to find out from the cards, is King Charles III protecting the royal family from something? Is King Charles protecting the royal family from something by having made this announcement that have taken a lot of people by surprise? Because, you know, in the royal family, looking towards the future, a lot of things happen, and we all know there's a lot of soft diplomacy going on, and we don't always know what the reasoning is, but there must be a reason. Let's have a look here. Is King Charles, has he done this to protect the royal family? Is he doing this to protect the royal family? Upright yes, reversal no. And then depending on what happens with the cards and the outcome of the cards, we might or might not dive into some more details here, and we'll just see where the cards go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it is. I hoped I was getting it all in, but I didn't. So let's have a look here. Is King Charles protecting the royal family by having done this? Upright, yes. Reversal, no. Let's have a look. There's the tidbits being handed out. This is the news. We got 2 upright. That's the news. Very surprising news. That surprised everybody. Wheel of Fortune, upright. The Hanged Man in reverse. 7 of Swords in reverse. Ah, there he is as the father. And there is the stuff all over the internet. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upright. It's a yes. He is doing this to protect the family. King Charles is doing something to protect the family, but he's acting as the role of the father. Here is the little bit. Here's the morsels. Here's the morsels that gets given. But he's keeping things something close to his chest, and he's trying to balance things. He's trying to rebalance and recalibrate things. Yes, Zorro. What's it, my boy? Huh? What's it, my boy? Here he is. Look at the palace in the background over here. And I almost want to say that this is... Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, obviously the energy is spiked in the room. And this is almost like this throwing crumbs out. It's throwing crumbs out. And this is almost telling me people, begging him not to do it because things are being taken away from them. Things are being taken away from them and passed on there. But it's morsels. He is really not liking this reading. Sorry, guys. I want to pull underlying cards here, and I'm gonna pull underlying cards here so we can just have a look here. I just want to pull 3 underlying cards here. Okay, I've done it. I'm going to pause. I just want to sort him out and see what we are on about, because he clearly wants to be part of this reading, and there's obviously a lot of energy going on here, because I've done other readings and everything and he's been very quiet. So give me 2 seconds. I've got no idea. He is just one of those up and down moods and everything else, and then he wants to eat food, then he stops, and then he wants to eat food, then he wants attention, you know, type of thing. Okay, let's have a look here. But look at all the uprights here. We've got just upright, upright, upright. Let me just move these aside. I wanted to pull those so that people don't say that I jinx the pack or I stack the pack. That's why I thought, let me just draw those underlying cards. This was very surprising news that we got, and it's caught a lot of people off guard. But the 7 of Swords upright is my lying card. It's the stealing card. It's the taking card. This card is almost is taking something back. Taking something back that belonged to you. Giving back. And this Hanged Man here, he has undone the royal family from something. And he has taken back something. What it is, I don't know. And I think that is going to be another reading, to figure out what's he trying to protect the royal family from. But here he is. He is very stable. He is very in control of his emotions. And I almost want to get a sense here of ships passing in the night. Almost like two opposing forces working against each other. Because if you have a look here, the ship is traveling in the one direction, and then you've got the fish in the back here jumping out. And it's almost like was on a collision course. And he stepped in between. And if you look at the fish here, how it's hanging very balanced in the middle. He brought balance to something. And I think in that other reading, I did mention that it was to restore some balance or the other. But he's protecting the royal family. And this is the harsh, cutting words and everything that we're seeing on the internet and in social media that is cutting through. But we cannot see exactly what's at the end of the tip of the sword. We only see a little bit, and we're hearing all these little chitter-chatters happening. But it was this Wheel of Fortune up right here. It's telling me it is in order to protect and have a good, easy transition. And it is almost like he's protecting the royal family from a snake. And he is taking the fall as the devil. He's almost, I want to say, taking on the role of a martyr. Because he's carrying all this weight on his back. In order to make sure, because you know I always say the chariot is William energy. And in the chariot you have got the two Sphinx figures. So that William will stay on top. And he's using all the knowledge of the centuries. Everything in his power. And he's luring the snake away. Look how the snake is moving away towards him. That's just what I'm getting. You guys might agree, you might not agree with me. I'm literally just reading the cards here. And then here, the moon card, the illusions, shining a light on illusions. And it's almost like these two houses involved here, two polarities involved here. But this is just a distraction in the front here, not to see. But if you have a look here, look at the serenity of the face in the moon card. Doesn't that almost give you a feeling of Queen Elizabeth? She's looking down and she has told Charles what to do. That's what I'm getting. Because I think something was lost when she passed. Some agreement was lost. But look here. With the Two of Cups. It is being illuminated. He knows and he's undoing them, and he's made some new agreement for the greater good of the royal family. Here is our Knight of Pentacles, the very slow moving knight, bringing new opportunities, very loyal. And with it sitting underneath the king here, he's a very loyal father, he's a very loyal king. Very, very loyal. And I almost want to venture and say that his son, it is done so that his son, William, can shine and be free from all of this. And Catherine holds the key. She knows what is going on. Catherine knows what is going on, and she's holding it very, very close to her heart. because she's the future. And look here how she's also looking towards the sun. She is the mother of the next emperor, which is the sun. It's all in all to protect the royal family from something. What can you tell us more? Can you please give me any other information? Do you want to tell me anything else here? You want to tell me anything else here? Anything else? Is looking towards the future. Looking towards the future. And it's for justice. And moving them into calmer waters. There we go. There we go. What did I say? Before I even pulled the cards, I said that he is working on something to look, and that card was underlying right in the beginning. And whatever he has done now is to bring justice and balance. Look again here. The scales, balance, scales. And it is going to move them out of troubled water, so that when he needs to pass the torch, it's a clean slate. To William. To William. So that everything is clean for William. For the new world. And I've just split it. It was to prevent a tower moment. It was the prevention of a tower moment. Otherwise, the palace would have gone down, and it was very unconventional what he's done. It's very unconventional. It goes. Sorry, sorry guys, I just noticed. It was to prevent a tower moment, and it is going against the traditional ways and the traditional norms. But it was, in my opinion, for what it's worth, to prevent an issue moving forward for William, and to protect the royal family. There he is, the emperor, and he had to balance things very, 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 very finely. And he had to undo himself from something from the past. It was something from the past, but the cards don't want me to know anything more. It is something to do from the past. He was somewhere locked in with something from the past. And that will be another reading. Is to find out, in another reading, what, if we can find out what he was trying to protect the royal family from. What he was trying to protect the royal family from. And look there again. It's for passing on, protecting the family and getting them to safer waters. Because it's just, and looking towards the future so that the sun can shine. You guys saw me shuffling, and it's a slow, easy plan. They don't do things in a hurry. Slowly, slowly catch the monkey. Go back. Something has just popped in my head. Go back and see if you guys can find way back, before I had so many followers and subscribers. Go way back and have a look at the EU visit that William did to the United Emirates. I can't recall the exact reading. I can't recall exactly what was said. But it basically boiled down to the fact that William went there to go and secure the future of the royal family because of something or the other, because there was something that fell apart when the Queen passed away, and they somehow had to re-secure it. And we are being presented with many, many options. And again, the cards have told me stop now. So I'm going to stop now. And we'll figure out. I'll see if I can find that reading, and I will link it in the description box. But thank you very much, my friends. Just so you know, whatever King Charles, as a father and as the Emperor and the King, is doing at the moment, is all for the greater good of the royal family. He's protecting them from something. Something shifted, something happened. And he has to protect them from something. What it is, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let me just rest in the energy, because she has told me to please stop digging now. So I will. I'll speak to you guys soon. Please like, share, subscribe. Do your thing. Get the word out. Spread it across. And I hope this reading has given people that have had like anxiety in their chest about the king and what's going on a little bit of peace. Because I read it completely as an outsider. I don't just read. I will try and find the right question to ask. And that's why I used my pendulum this morning to ask the right question. And that is how I got to the question that I've asked today. Thank you for watching. And thanks for putting up with a little barking monster, which has now decided that whatever he had to eat wasn't enough. And that's why we wanted to come back, so that he can eat some more. But he also just wanted to say, hello, peoples. How's the humans doing? Because me, little human dog, I just wanted to be annoying. I'll speak to you guys soon. Love you lots. And please remember the newsletter that's free on Buy Me a Coffee. And do visit the shop. Have a squiz around. The front shop is not looking nice, but all the products are there. Bye.